2 tonight, we are going to talk about moving and reading. And that's the rest of my morning routine. Includes movement and reading. So after I get up, remind myself of those goals and positive messages and inspiration. The next thing that I do is move. That isn't always an intense 30-minute workout or anything like that. It often is, but it is not always that. All I am saying is get your body moving so that you get blood flowing in your body, you get oxygen in your body, helps to really calm your body and get those endorphins and happy endorphins going through your body, and makes you start feeling alive. The other reason for me is I need to move to wake myself up. Let's be honest. So that is why I have ordered it in that way for myself. So get moving, whether that's 5 minutes of stretching. I really recommend you try and do at least 15 minutes, or do a half-hour workout, or walk around the block, or whatever works for you. So there are a lot of different ways that you can do that. But again, it doesn't necessarily mean that's your exercise for the day. It can be that, but that is also, looking down in the future, if that's something that is difficult for you to get into your day, this is a way to start building that habit of moving first thing in the morning. The next piece. And then the last thing that I do in my morning routine is I read. And I read personal development. So my suggestion, I'm all for leisure reading, novels, whatever you enjoy, Harry Potter. I'm all for that. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about for our morning and our evening routine is something inspiring, something positive, something that's going to help you build yourself and build your inspiration, build your momentum to start reaching your goals. So I have many recommendations. I do realize I think these are going to be backwards for you. Right now I'm reading the 12-week year, which is all about building a very productive schedule in 12 weeks versus looking at our years in 12 months. You Are a Badass. This is one of my favorites. I love the way Jen Sincero writes. No Excuses, Brian Tracy, that one's awesome. The Go-Giver, this is an example of something that's more inspirational versus something that's more business side, like some of the others. The Better Life, this is a nice one that is short, sweet. It's 2-3 pages per section. I don't even want to call them chapters. It does give you some tips for creating positivity in your life, or, a different way to look at your life, or challenges in your life and things like that. That one's really good for some quick tips. Of course, Brene Brown, anything that Brene Brown writes is brilliant. So that's just a very, very short list, and certainly not an all-encompassing list of things that I would recommend. But the point is that your morning has then started with, the first thing you do is positive messages, remind yourself of your goals, you get your body moving, get the blood flowing, and then you have some reading, or you could do a podcast if you prefer that, or a TEDx video or something if that works better for you. And continue that piece of positivity, not just from yourself, but bringing inspiration and new ideas into your life. So that's how you're going to set up your morning. I will tell you, that's the exact order that I use because that works for me. It may be better for you to read first and then exercise after that. There are 2 reasons I don't do it that way. First of all, I'll fall asleep most of the time, so I have to move first. But second of all, I love doing, the more inspirational reading and educational reading that I've been doing. I love it so much that I will get wrapped up in it. So if you're like that, you may also want to just set a timer so that you can focus on what you're reading on instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, I have to get going. So if you only have 10 minutes to read, put a timer on for 10 minutes, and then you don't have to think about the time. You can just really dive into reading versus being distracted by looking at your phone or your clock to see what time it is and how much time you have left. So thanks so much for joining me, and here's to starting a great morning routine. Tomorrow